welcome back to the channel. Okay, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for checking out the little update. And as usual, let's get into it. During our last little chit chat, I had mentioned something about some explosions. And that seemed to have got some people's attention, and you wanted me to elaborate a little bit more on what these explosions meant. Okay, let's do it. As I mentioned to you before, if you happen to be an adult, all right, and you're interested in possibly socializing in a very social way, and you happen to have kids, especially if you happen to have daughters, trouble can arise. All right, I've had a few explosions, but let's talk about the most recent one. I got a phone call from my friend Roger. All right, Roger says, "Hey Joe, I have a friend that has a friend that has a friend that has two other friends that has a couple other friends, and her friend would like to meet you." I said, "Oh really?" I said, "Dude, that's a lot of friends to get to that friend." I said, "Okay." I said, "But I'm going to LA." He goes, "Dude, you gotta act. You gotta act on it quickly." I said, "Okay." So I'm supposed to catch a flight on a Sunday morning at 7 a.m. Car's coming to pick me up at, 5. So I gotta be ready, packed Sunday morning by 5 a.m. So now, this is Friday. This is Friday afternoon. I'm having this conversation with Roger. So I get all the intel on who? Betty, right? Betty. So Friday evening, I'm home chilling. We have a little chit chat. Things are going well. You know, she's making me laugh. I'm making her laugh. You know, have no idea what this person looks like. I do. A little bit. Because Roger, he texts me a little picture of Betty. All right. Okay. We can do this. So next thing I know, we've been on the phone for 90 minutes. I'm like, okay, cool. And I tell her, I said, "Look, why don't we get together when I come back from LA?" She giggles. "Ah." I'm like saying to myself, "Why are you giggling, girl? Was that funny?" She says, "You're gonna be gone for a week. A lot can happen in a week." I'm like, "Okay." She says, "What are you doing tomorrow night?" I'm thinking to myself, tomorrow night, I should be packing all kinds of stuff, getting ready for my week trip. So, being the guy that I am, I said, "I'm not doing anything tomorrow night. What's up, girl? What you got in mind?" So, she says, "Won't you come out my way, and I'll show you around my area." Mind you, her area is a 2-hour drive from my area. All right, cool, whatever. I'm a guy, I can do it. So I got off the phone that Friday night, did some packing, a little bit. Saturday, did some house chores, did some more packing, trying to get prepared, all right, because I know I got something to do later on that night, okay? So, okay, boom, it's time. So now you gotta remember, I got a 2-hour drive. So, she wants to meet at 7, guess what? I gotta be ready to hit the road by 5. That's early, all right? So boom, pop in a little Travis Scott for the ride, 2 hours of Travis, looping him up. The best of Travis. Gets me in that kind of thuggish mood, all right? Because I was kind of feeling, you know what? She's making me drive 2 hours. I'm gonna come hard thuggish. I don't know, whatever. I thought that's what I was doing. So anyway, it's a nice ride. GPS telling brother what to do. And then when I get to her town, 2 hours away, the center of town was a little bit confusing for a brother because I've never been there. So I'm kind of driving around, and I didn't want to do it, but I did it. I called her up. I said, girl, I'm in town, but I can't find you. So anyway, I know guys don't like to do that, but I did. Because I didn't have a lot of time to waste. Because guess what? 5 a.m., I got to be ready to go to the airport. So she directs me in. So she's standing outside this spot. So I find a parking spot right in front of the place. Imagine that. The gods are with me. So I hop out of my whip, cross the street, and she runs inside. I'm like, damn, why'd she run inside? So she huddles inside because apparently it was too cold for her to stay out. So I go in, I meet Betty, short. A lot shorter than I thought. All right. It was an awkward hello. Usually when you meet somebody, even for the first time, it's like, hey, how you doing? You know, she wants to feel what you got up here, you know? None of that. It was like, hi, Joe. I'm Betty. I'm like, hi, Betty. I'm Joe. All right. So anyways, she walks me to the bar, and I'm gonna tell you folks something. I'm a big lover of music. Music has been a part of my life since day one. I play a few instruments, I sing, I've been in a band for a lot of years, I've done some solo stuff, I have a music video out. Music is big to me. So as we're walking to the bar, Betty turns around and there's a band setting up to play. To me, I'm saying, well, okay, cool. She turns to me and says, hey, Joe, let's only have one drink here because I don't like live music. Okay. All right, Betty, you don't like live music? This is going off to a good start. So, apparently, she'd met somebody while she was waiting for me, and she introduces me to this person she had met. Hey, so-and-so, here's my friend Joe. I'm like, okay. Hi, friend, I'm Joe. I don't know this chick. All right, I don't know this chick. But I just drove 2 hours to meet her, so how you doing? So I'm thinking, whatever. I've been on the road for a while, I need a drink. Might as well get a drink. So order my what? Gin and tonic. Sipping, chilling. Place had a nice vibe, but I could tell Betty was not into it. I'm saying to myself, then why did you have me meet you here if this is not your vibe? All right? Whatever. So we have one drink, and true to her word, all right, true to her word, after one drink, which I paid for, all right, she's like, oh, let's go. I'm like, okay, let's go. This is your town. Tell me what you want to do, girl, and I'll do it. All right, so I'm saying to myself, okay, I feel like I'm in college again. Let's do some bar hopping then. Let's do some bar hopping, Betty. So, being a gentleman that I am, cross the street, open the door, boom, to my whip, let her in. She did something weird, by the way. Something weird. No female's ever done this before. I open my door for her. She gets in, right? And she leans over and opens my door. I know you're probably saying, Joe, what's the big deal? I don't know, it's just kind of weird. If I open a door for a female, all right, and I let her in the car, I shut the door, I walk around, I open my door, hop in, push the start. Push the start and I'm off. I don't expect to open the door, let you in, and then you reach over. She did that. She reached over, the door opened, and I was like, hey, what do I do? Do I get in? What? I kind of froze for a second. Mind you, it was cold, and I froze. I'm like, okay. I hopped in, and I'm like, I'm shook. I'm like, trying to find my push to start, push it. I'm like, damn. Betty. Woo! Anyway. Anywho, we drive off to spot number 2. Again, another nice spot. This is her town. I'm just following her lead, all right? So we get into this spot. I'm saying to myself, all right, it's a bar, it's a Saturday night, place is popping. Let's chill here for a while. Get to the bar, order a couple of drinks. It's like college football on. I'm saying this is beautiful. Nothing else. I can sip on my, you know what, and watch a little college football and pretend I'm interested in what this lady's saying. So she orders some kind of draft beer, some funky name. I don't drink beer, so I don't, whatever. And I'm checking her out. Now I've got this like cross-eyed on her because of this whole live music thing and this whole opening up the door. I'm like, whatever. This chick might be a serial killer. I don't know. Those are serial killer tendencies right there. I'm not lying, folks. Look it up. Serial killers, especially female serial killers, have some very weird tendencies. You know, I look stuff up like that, you know. I digress. Or did I? All right, back to the story. So she orders this draft beer and she sips on it and she starts rolling her eyes. I'm like, oh God, what now? So she looks over to me, she goes, this is kind of flat. I'm like, of course it's flat. Why wouldn't it be flat? All right. I said, I don't know, maybe tell a bartender, get another one? That's what she does. She says, oh, Mr. Bartender, this is flat. And he's got this look on his face like, what? Lady, I'm on like the 12th hour on a 15-hour shift and you're telling me that that's flat? But he was cool. He just re-upped her and she goes, well, okay, that's better. So I say to her, I said, hey, girl, you want a little something in the tummy? Obviously, I'm buying. You want to eat? No. I'm like, oh, God, okay. She goes, but you can eat. I said, you know what? No, I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat. I'm just going to drink. I'm just going to drink until I can't drink anymore. Betty. I'm teasing. I never do that. Anyway, she didn't want to eat, so I didn't eat. So we sipping, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of this Betty thing. And we're talking. And so she tells me, so Roger gave me a little information on you, Joe. I'm like, oh, did he? What did he say, Betty? Did he say that I was suave and I was this, that, and the other thing? No, folks, that's not what she said. I guess Roger gave her a little too much information. So guess what she did? She Googled me. And then she Googled me. Guess what she found? She found the Victor twins. So she followed that trail of the Victor twins. And the trail led them to the Bad Girls Club. The trail led her to Danny getting jumped, Gabby coming in, all kinds of cuss words. That's where the trail left. And I think that's where this live music and all this other weird stuff started to seep into Betty's brain, okay? So I played it off like, oh, you did, huh? I said, you know, oh, aren't you something? Clever little girl you are. I said, I hope you didn't judge me by some of the things that my daughters have done in the past, in their youthful years. Yeah, she judged me. You know, she also saw on YouTube. She says, oh, Joe, you do videos with your ex? And that's when, at this point in time right now, right, you know me, I love my gin and tonics, and this is probably the first time in, I don't know, a good 10 years that I'm sipping on a G&T Bombay Sapphire in the blue bottle, a little lime, that effervescent smell to it. So I'm sipping on this, right, on a Saturday night, and I take a sip and I'm like, I want out. I want out. I was hoping I was James Bond, that I could just press a button and I can eject myself right through the roof of the restaurant and into the friggin' ocean, all right? Because it was an oceanside city. So this restaurant, like I said, it was kind of dope. You know, nice vibe, right on the ocean. And I wanted to be, and it was like 2 degrees outside, and I wanted to be in the water. That's where I wanted to be. I didn't want to be with Betty talking about the Victor twins on YouTube, Bad Girls Club. I wanted to be in the freezing water, in the bays of Massachusetts, clinging on to a gin and tonic for dear life as the Coast Guard comes to rescue me. Joe, are you okay? No, I'm not. I can't speak. My lips are frozen because of Betty. Wow. That was aggressive. But it was funny though. It was aggressive but funny. So, I played it off, you know. Those were all thoughts in my head. I wasn't actually telling Betty that I wanted to escape through the roof. I was thinking this. She must have thought I was nuts because my eyes were going, "Aah!" But, so, then she has the audacity to say, I got one more spot that I want you to check out. I'm like, damn, girl. I said, okay, I'm a gentleman. Don't forget, folks, I drove 2 hours, so I'm gonna ride this out. I'm gonna see where this goes, all right? See where this goes. So, hop back in the whip, and guess what? She does the exact same thing. I open the door like a gentleman, boom. She leans over and opens my door, and boom, I'm shook again. I didn't get used to it. I'm like, oh. It's like when somebody like tases you. I felt like every time she opens the door for me, I feel like I got tased. Push the start. Anyway, so we went through all that nonsense again. So now she takes me to deeper into the city, into the hood. All right, she takes me into the friggin' hood. I'm like, okay, you go, Betty, because I'm feeling kind of thuggish with my Travis Scott all night. So she takes me into this spot, this private club. You have to like knock 3 times, and you gotta be a member. Knock 3 times, wink, tap your heels, spin like Michael Jackson, then they open the door. I'm like, wow, this shit's bad, all right? So we go in there, and it's, I don't know, it's a bunch of folks that don't really speak English, you know? The bartender, she could speak English because I said, can I have a Bombay tonic and lime? She goes, yes. I said, okay, you and I are together. So, folks, I don't want you to think that all I was doing was drinking. It may sound like I've said gin and tonics a lot during this story, but to my defense, the second place, before this place, the one that I wanted to end up in the ocean, I did not finish my drink. All right, I did not finish my gin and tonic. So, I had some more room in there. So, we ordered, and there's these older dudes in this private club, and they start going at it in a language which I don't understand. I know what it is, but I'm not gonna say because I have a lot of friends, all right? So these 2 older guys at the bar started going at it in this language, all right? So now I'm sitting with Betty at a table, and she's starting to get embarrassed because this is her private club. She goes, oh, I can't believe these guys are doing this. They're gonna call the cops. I'm like, damn, I hope they do. Light this place up. So I'm loving this. I'm like, throw down, old G's. Guess what? Betty doesn't like the scene. She's upset. She goes, we're out of here. I'm like, I just took 2 sips of my gin and tonic, and she wants out. I'm like, okay. All right. Again, I'm a guest in her place. So I'm saying, okay, cool. So folks, back-to-back spots, I didn't finish my drink, okay? So we get back to the whip, and guess what? You guessed it, she did it again, all right? She did it again. Okay, so now we're going to place number 4, all right? This is some serious bar hopping, all right? So we get to this spot, and I'm saying to myself, this is the last spot. You know, I can't do this. Now it's getting late, and I still got 2 hours to drive back, and I still got a little packing to do. Pretty tight, pretty tight. So we get to the last spot, and I don't care. You know what? I'm going in right now. I ordered my G&Ts, and I think I drank the first one I got from the bartender like it was friggin' ginger ale. Gah! She looked at me, Betty looked at me like, damn boy, and she kind of liked it. She kind of liked the way I just threw it back. And I caught on that she liked it, and she started giggling. I'm like, okay, I said, let me have another one. I said, this chick wants me to while out. Okay, let me while out. So, I'm doing this now. Now I'm starting to feel myself, right? All right? Through all that little nonsense, all the bad girl stuff, I'm starting to feel myself now. You know, a little G&T starting to make a brother feel right. Now she's laughing. She's laughing at all my jokes. Ha 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 ha. Funny man, all right? Got her tearing up, taking selfies. I'm like, cool. So I'm said, okay, maybe this might work out after all. At least for tonight, because I ain't coming back out there. That's too long of a ride, all right? So, as the night goes on, I'm starting to say to myself, you know, Betty's kind of funny when she's not, you know, dissing my daughters and the YouTube life and live music, so she's kind of funny. So I'm starting to vibe a little bit. I don't know if it was the alcohol or just Betty, but whatever the combination, I was starting to vibe a little bit. So it was all good at this point. And then the girls come back up. I'm like, here we go. She says, you know, can we talk about the YouTube again? I said, can we not? Can we not? So I'm saying, no, let's not talk about the YouTube again. Because I'm on a bit of a roll here, and let's continue this roll. But no, she wanted to go back there. So now, now that the GT vibe that I was feeling is starting to go away. Now don't forget, we're on place number 4. It's getting real late, and now I'm like, my brain is on overdrive. I'm like, okay, pretty good at reading people, but I'm having some trouble reading this particular person, all right? I've been through a whirlwind in the last few hours, and I'm at a spot where I'm not sure how to proceed, if you know what I mean, okay? So, we kind of close this last place down, and we go back out to my whip. The last time, door open, Betty, get in, push the start. So now, drive across town to a spot where she had left her ride. So now, folks, I think we've all been there, right? We've all been there. That awkward moment at the end of the first date. All right, what do you do? Especially your first date where you're not sure what's good or what's bad. And you gotta get yourself back for another 2-hour ride to get to the airport. So, sneakily, Betty caught herself. She caught herself a little buzz, all right? And she was acting a little buzzy, all right? So I'm saying to myself, okay, this girl needs to go home. I need to go home, all right? So she gets out of her whip, gets out of my whip, and hops into hers. So I'm like, whatever, you know, I'm starting to cue my iTunes, getting ready for the long ride. And she rolls down a window, and I'm like, what does this girl want now? So she says to me, she says, Joe. I said, what up, girl? She says, you know, I was thinking about asking you to come back to my spot. I'm like, you were? Continue this conversation. She says, but I'm not. I gotta be honest with you. Now she's leaning across the passenger seat, the window. Now it's like -2 degrees out. I'm cold. She's probably not cold because she's like, I don't know, just vibing out on whatever she's saying. She goes, I was, but I think I have some issues with the whole YouTube thing. I don't know if I can get involved in that. I'm like, stop right there. Betty, put your little window back up. Take yourself back to your crib. Deuces. Explosion. Boom. Guess what? I put Travis back in. Another 2 hours. All right? Sicko mode. That's what I was in. I was in sicko mode. All right. I think I might have made that 2-hour drive in like an hour. Ain't no cop stopping me. I think I passed some police officers on the highway, and they probably said, you know what, dude? Let this dude go. He's had a long night. He probably has to be somewhere at 5 a.m. We're gonna let him slide going 110. I wasn't going that fast. I might have been going 95. You know, I do what I do. All right. So that's the latest explosion. That's crazy, right? It's crazy. I'm a patient man, folks. I'm a patient man. Most dudes would have been out after the first spot. I don't like live music. Let's get out of here. What? You don't like live music? Then you don't like me. I got a tattoo that says live music. And you don't like live music. Anyways, that's not the kind of guy I am. I'm a gentleman. So I played it out, all right? I played it out. I heard what she had to say, all right? And folks, you can't, like I said, blood is thicker than water, all right? You know, when she rolled down her window and was asking me the possibility of coming up to her spot, you know, guess what, folks? I was going to say no, regardless of what she said. Because I was not feeling her that way, because I don't think it was cool that she, you know, it's a free world. You can Google anybody you want. You can watch any video you want, and you can make any judgment that you so desire. But if you're on a date with somebody, right, I would hope that you have enough class to say, hey, I saw blah, 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 and just like keep the other crap to yourself. You know, you don't have to say, because you're talking about he's talking about somebody's kids, regardless of you know, whether you know them or not. And she obviously knows that I have a relationship with my daughters through, I'm sure she watched a library of stuff that we did and had all this in her head for her date. Not cool. Not cool. All right. But I survived that explosion. All right. Made it home safely. All right. I was all hyped up. By the time I got home, folks, it was like 3:30 in the morning, and my ride was going to be there at 5. So I hopped in the shower. I set my iPhone for a 20-minute power nap. Boom. I took a little 20-minute power nap. Boom. I was up. And I packed all my stuff before I left. Car showed up at 5. I was there. Went and picked up Gabby and Marcellus. Went to the airport. Flew to LA. The rest is history. And that's the way I roll. I get it done. I get it done. All right? Roger called me on a Friday afternoon. Told me about Betty. All right? Spoke to Betty for 90 minutes. Somehow she convinced me to take a 2-hour ride to meet her. All right? And I did all that in a span of what? A few hours? Folks, I don't have the hat on tonight, but that's G. All right? That's OG. All right? And you young fellas watching, give me a call. We can talk about it. That's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed telling you the story. I thought it was kind of funny. But you live and learn. You live and you learn. All right? Blood is what? Thicker than water. All right? And if anybody wants to date me, you can't be talking crap about my girls. All right? Accept who they are. Accept who I am. Accept the fact that we're family. And we do what we do. And we will always do what we do. All right, folks? Again, I learned something new also. When you hit the subscribe button, you gotta hit some kind of button so you get notifications. I don't know these things. You know, I'm a rookie. All right? I got diapers. I got YouTube diapers on. All right? I know nothing. All right? So, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Welcome. Go check out some other videos and come back. Stay with me. All right, this is what we do. This is what we do. I'm back in my studio. All right, it's all good. No LA, Massachusetts, East Coast. All right? My returning friends, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the ideas. You make this all possible. You make this fun for me. And this is fun. I enjoy this. I enjoy talking to you. And I really enjoy how you guys make me feel. All right? It's awesome. Peace. Love. Keep striving, folks. Till next time. I'm out. Boom.